For me personally, I was definitely working on autopilot of what I should be doing, what my professor said I should be doing, what the industry said I should be doing. And I woke up and was like, who is this? Whose life is this? I don't like any of it, and I don't like where I'm going. Why are so many ambitious women, especially my fellow millennials, quitting their dream jobs? I'll tell you why. One is because what we were told as a dream has now become a little bit of a nightmare. Or in some cases, some of us never found the dream job to begin with. Then you layer in burnout, toxic leadership, and a misalignment of values, and we kind of feel a little bit crazy, am I right? And if you've been feeling like walking away from a job that you once prayed for and hoped for, but it just no longer makes sense, you're not crazy and you're not alone, and there's something you can do about it. Welcome back to the Upwardly Paved Path YouTube channel, where I help ambitious women build their leadership influence and find careers on purpose where they use their gifts and talents every day. My name is Davina Ware, and I'm your leadership and talent strategist. Today, we're going to get into why these talented, super ambitious, overly educated women are hitting a wall when it comes to finding a job that feels like a dream and that works for them. And the one thing that you need to turn all of this around. The truth is, for my millennials, we were sold the hustle dream. Work hard, climb the ladder. Finally, one day you will be happy if you just stop sleeping and run yourself into the ground. But things changed so quickly, especially because a lot of us graduated in the height of the housing market crash or the aftermath of that. So everything flipped on us. So I agree when working hard. I think that's important, but now it's not yielding the same results. And I think a lot of us are becoming disillusioned for it. Why do we need to keep working this hard if it's not going to yield us any results? Or all of my effort is going into absolute waste into supporting this company. And then for me and myself, I don't have anything left but scraps. Obviously, this is where quiet quitting comes in. It's not laziness. And it's not us just being rebellious. It's survival mode at this time. A lot of us have went on to get additional degrees thinking that that would be the tipping point, and it's not. It's our body and our mind saying, I can't keep living like this, but I got to pay my bills, so I'm just going to keep doing this. And I've done other videos, I'll link them in the description, about quiet quitting, and it's not helpful for you, my fellow millennial. It's not helpful for your leadership. It's not helpful for you if you are a leader or want to be a leader. It's a lose-lose situation. But this sense of dream and hope and the sparkle in our eye, we've lost that. But dear millennial, we cannot afford for you to lose that sparkle. We make up 75% of the global workforce. So let's change some things around. If you are one that's been feeling like I can't keep going on, or you have checked out or given up hope, you don't have to. There's some things that you can do to not only get your sparkle back, but to be an influence to everybody in your orbit and just kind of be at the top of your game. So one of the first things that you want to do is to redefine success on your own terms. We have focused so hard on the grind that we have left our values back 15, 20 years ago. So it's time to pick those back up and reacquaint yourself with what your version of success is, because you've been operating on somebody else's. So let's get real granular. What does success look like for you? Maybe it's not finances. Maybe it's flexibility. Maybe it's to have a calm nervous system. Maybe it's to have very tight relationships. Maybe it's to travel. Whatever it is, I just encourage you to focus on one value that will break open everything for you, that will kind of knock on the hardness of your heart that you might feel right now. And then start thinking of success and building layers and stages of growth based on that value. For me personally, I was definitely working on autopilot of what I should be doing, what my professor said I should be doing, what the industry said I should be doing. And I woke up and was like, who is this? Whose life is this? I don't like any of it, and I don't like where I'm going. I value autonomy. I'm really good at it. If you want to know more about that, about understanding your drivers and the things that drive you into action, let me know and we can help get you an assessment so you can make sure you are choosing things that naturally are aligned with what moves you. When you redefine success, it allows you to shift from resentment into an internal action to where whatever the circumstances or people around you are saying, it doesn't matter because you are making steps that align with your values. So you'll jump out of bed anyway, no matter what anybody else is doing. The second layer of turning this ship around is prioritizing strategic self-care. I say it all the time. The self-care isn't soft, it isn't silly, it's strategic. And you're gonna need it if you want to get back to what makes you happy, what fills your cup in terms of your work. For my boss babes, my ambitious women, constantly being on the grind will strip away your health and your creativity. So what's left after that? Resentment and exhaustion. Strategic self-care, honestly, is part of your business plan. It's including rest, is preserving, protecting, and fueling your energy, as well as setting boundaries. So if you haven't already, if most of you have followed me, I have a solution that is really just in 1 hour bliss to get bliss back into your life. So I will leave it in the description, but it's the Boss Babes Bliss box. So if you don't know where to start with self-care, that's a good place to start. And your last tip to get you back on track to your dream job and a life and a career that you deserve and that you love is to ensure that your work values align with your core values. So if you're working somewhere where it's profit over people or hustle over humanity, and that's not what makes you move, what lights you up, obviously there's a misalignment of values and you can't thrive like that. You will stay in survival mode if you keep these two things separate, and they shouldn't be. When your work does not reflect or embody your values, it feels like a betrayal. But let's be honest, it's not them people's fault. It's not necessarily the job's fault. We can't afford for you to be misaligned anymore. Alignment equals sustainability and going from survival mode to thriving until you're ready to retire and put it down and call it done. So if you are an ambitious millennial woman that has been perpetually quiet quitting this job that you're on, hear me. You are not broken. There's nothing wrong with you, but it is time for your awakening. Maybe it's time for you to realize and check the autopilot of what you've been deeming as success, bring it to the light, and formulate something different. Let me know which of these tips hit home for you. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, share it with other boss babes, no matter the generation, who you know are quiet quitting their jobs, and hit the subscribe button. And I will catch you in the next video.